A closer view at this t-shirt on which is written the slogan for the theme of this conference, the National Skills Conference. I don't know if you can make it out. Under the big letters of Marshall is the slogan. The theme for this year is Together, Turning Every Workplace into a Training Space. And lest I get mistaken for a marshal, I'll actually take that off and begin the interview. With me now is the Deputy Minister in the Department of Higher Education. A very good morning to you, Mr. Manana. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners.
Now, the focus that the department has on skills training and development, some people have been very critical of it, saying that the department is focusing too much on skills as opposed to academics, and that they're doing so that they can focus on a more market-driven democracy as opposed to an electorate of thinkers that can challenge the status quo. What do you have to say to that?
That is an unfortunate observation indeed, because to grow the economy of the country, we need skills that can only be produced by our FET colleges. We continue to encourage, by the way, young people to pursue academic professions or studies in our quest really to increase the production of academics in the country. But for us to eliminate once and for all the plight of youth unemployment in particular, we need to invest on skills development. We need to ensure that our young people are equipped with the skills that will make them much more labor market responsive.
You speak of the market, you speak of labor relations, you speak of the economy. Which skills are pertinent to where South Africa is at the moment? Which skills do we need to develop amongst the youngsters?
We need to develop technical and vocational skills because industries, when they engage with our Department of Government, they tell us that these are the skills that they require or that they need in order to absorb the many young people who continue to idle in our communities without any form of employment. So these are the skills that are really needed in the country, and that is why we are making these major investments into the FET sector, because we do believe that if we are to focus on vocational education and training, then we will be able to reduce the unemployment rate to an even lower percentage. So those are the skills that we need, and we need to build them as soon as possible.
And give us some examples. Is it the field of engineering that we're looking at? Give us practical examples of which particular field some young South Africans can focus on in order to get the jobs that are required in the country.
Artisanal skills in particular, which are much more engineering oriented. And that is why the Minister of Higher Education and Training, Dr. Nzimande, launched and declared 2013 as the year of the artisan, in our attempt really to recruit and encourage more young people to take up careers along artisanal and technical skills. We will further be declaring 2014 to 2024 as the decade of the artisan, and that will be in direct response to the National Development Plan, which states that at least by 2030 we should be producing about 30,000 artisans per annum. So all this is not just is not much more focused on us trying to grow the economy, but also it will improve the employability or employment prospects of our young people. So we need more artisans in the country. Unfortunately, we are not producing enough, and that is why all these campaigns and advocacy campaigns that we are leading together with the Minister of Higher Education.
As briefly as possible, we're a little pressed for time. You touched on employability and employment in the country. Placement is a key issue. Many people saying they do go through the CETAs, they go through the FETs, and still there's no placement in the public sector. There are no jobs. Is there some sort of partnership that you have with the public and private industries to try and place these youngsters?
I think we have really turned the tide since the establishment of this department in 2009. What we've done, we have repositioned and tried to foster alignment between our FET colleges and the CETAs, because we do believe that the CETAs are best suitable to facilitate workplace training for our FET college students, because they deal with the different sectors. And this is beginning to yield results. Over the past months, I have been opening offices, CETA offices in the different colleges, especially in the rural colleges, in our final attempt really yearly to ensure that the presence of sitters in the colleges is felt, but also they're able to forge linkages with employers or the private sector. So there's been improvement. It is slow. We have not perfected the FET system, but I think since the establishment of this department, there has been serious progress and many more young people, and that is why enrollments have doubled this year, because it's clear that young people are heeding to our call. They are finding our FET colleges much more attractive.
We can leave it there for now. Thank you so much for your time. The Deputy Minister there in the Department of Higher Education, Ms. Mduduzi Manana. Now, I'm going to give you some contact details. Let me just get myself in order here. Lots of pamphlets, I must say, on the go. People can get a host of information on FET colleges, CETAs, etc. I'm going to give you a number here for the National Skills Authority if you're interested in further education and training. It's 012 312 5420. If you don't have your pen and paper handy, do stay with us at the end of this interview that I'm having up next. I'll read those numbers for you again so you can get them. So quickly get your pen and paper in handy while I bring my next guests who actually were through the system as far as FET colleges are concerned. They are the beneficiaries of such institutions. And with me right here this morning is Nombulelo Kota as well as Siyabonga Nxumalo. Good morning to the both of you. I'm going to start with ladies first, Siyabonga. So no offense to you. I want to find out from you what your experience has been like having gone through the FET colleges.
Okay, I don't regret to go to the FET colleges. I know many people in South Africa, more especially young youth of our country, they undermine us, but FET colleges are the institution of first choice. I would like to thank the Minister of Higher Education and Training for his supervision of turning FET colleges into institution of first choice. If it wasn't for his vision, I wouldn't be in his office today. So, the youth of our country, please don't undermine FET colleges. There's a lot of experience. We do 18 months practical and 18 months theory. So if you enroll at FET college, you gain a lot of experience, more than those who come from the universities.
It's better than sitting at home doing nothing. Exactly. How easy is it to be employed once having gone through the system of FET colleges?
Well, before it wasn't easy, I can say, but now with the implementation that the department has come up with, it's more easy. Now the opportunities are there. Coming from rural areas, you don't know much about where to go, and after all you're excited about is going to a university or an FET college. But after that, then you are limited in terms of where to apply. But then the department has actually made a lot of strive in terms of making it available, even on social networks. Now the opportunities, you get to learn that, okay, after this, there are sitters that you can go to, and then you can attend and get your experience.
Nombulelo, how easy was it for you to tell community members, your friends and family, that you go to an FET college? You and I were chatting briefly about the stigma attached to that. People saying, oh no, you're from a poor family if you go there, or oh no, you were not able to go to university, you're slow, etc. There's that stigma attached to FET colleges. How easy was it for you to break that stigma and say, this is where I'm going and I'm seeing the results?
Okay, I break that stigma when I started to work at Minister's office, because I never thought a person like me who grew up in rural areas would do everything in the rural areas of Eastern Cape, and I'm a real product of rural areas, and I'm proud. I made it. I'm working at Minister's office. So those people who undermine us, they must stop that. FET colleges are here to stay.
There we go. On that note, we leave it. Thank you so much to the both of you and wishing you all the best in your careers. That's where we leave it for now. Skills development training. That's the key focus of this skills conference. It's a two-day conference, a joint venture by the Department of Higher Education and Training as well as the National Skills Authority. That's where we leave it for now. Right now, it's back to you in studio.